Welcome to another New Creature Review. Today we're checking out Marvel Legends Spider-Man Doc Ock from the Spider-Mech Build-A-Figure wave. Let's check out this box real quick. We have this nice big product window right here. The big man himself. You can see his tentacles in the back. Doc Ock. On this side we have some comic book art. On this side we have the same thing, just mirror imaged on the back. We have some product shots. Let's see. Otto Octavius gears up with 4 mechanical tentacled appendages as the evil genius Doc Ock. Then on the bottom we have the Build-A-Figure, Spider-Mech. Collect them all. I actually want this whole wave. That'll be really cool. All right, let's get this guy open. All right, here's Doc Ock outside of his packaging. I've got to say, these arms were very frustrating to get out of the box. They're in their own clamshell, just kind of embedded in there. And then to top it off, they have a few rubber bands kind of keeping things in place as well, as if they needed it. But hey, I got it out and it's looking good so far. I wanted to look at this real quick. Just take off one of these. Stand up, please. Oof, okay. So if you look closely on these are labeled. This one says SR, and I'm assuming that means small right. So I put it on the right, and I kind of entwined these in the back. The longer ones say X on them, so this is XR and S and XL. And this is SL. Yeah, but if you want to look at how I have these, I have them entwined in the back because they kind of they don't have a wire inside, so they're a little bit uncooperative. They don't like to do what you probably want them to do, which is pose, you know. It'd be really cool if we can get him, you know, with all of his tentacles up, or maybe having them work together so he's standing on the tentacles and he's hanging from them. That would be really cool too. But Hasbro decided not to do that with this, and that's fine too. I'm probably going to play with this. Probably let these sit in some hot water and see if I can get them to do what I want them to do, because it would be really cool to have all of the claws pointing forwards instead of having a couple of them facing backwards. Although this kind of does work here, since I have them crossed over. These kind of act as some crutches, so to speak. So if he's tipped forward a little bit, he won't fall as easily, but I'm making a really bad example of that because he's falling. All right, let's see if we can. Yeah, there we go. He is standing on his own feet. These are just kind of superfluous now, but I mean, this looks balanced, and I think I'm going to leave him this way on my shelf when I display him. Let's check out his details. Look at that grin. He's got the sunglasses. And do they come off? They do not. But he does have eyes under there. So that's all right. Looks really good. All those wrinkles around his mouth. His little grimace right there. His teeth. I really like that. And his little bowl haircut. I love the details on this guy. All the wrinkles around his collar right here. Let's see. Yeah, and he's got some thick quads right there. Look at those quads. Wow. He's, golly, those are thick. Those little boots. I like all the wrinkles here in the fabric. I really like these arms, despite the fact that they cannot be posed outside of swiveling on their little pegs. They're just pegged in. They look really nice. They have a they're made of a soft plastic, and they kind of have like a metallic kind of flake in them. Yeah. And in the claw, you have a little light there. Be cool if the claws were articulated. They are not. Let's take a look at articulation. His head is on a ball joint and a hinge. Let's see. We can get his head to do anything. Okay, he can look up a little bit. And he can look down. And he's got a little bit of wiggle. So that ball joint really isn't doing much. His arm, there's a soft ratchet swivel in there with a hinge. Goes up that far, comes back down that far, so it can lay flush on the side of his body. That's pretty good. He does have a bicep swivel at the top, double jointed elbow, goes in about that far. Does he have a wrist swivel? No, he does not. He does not have a cut at the top, but he does have a wrist swivel and a joint. Go that far, so you can strong to the finish. All right, let's see here. These do not like to stay in. But I am handling it a lot, and I know they're stationary, so we'll give it a little bit of grace. All right, his body, it looks like he has yeah, look at that. That's a nice range. He has a diaphragm ball joint rocker in there. Okay, let's just take these off. All right. He does not have a waist swivel, but I don't imagine this body type, he's probably not going to be turning really far. So he doesn't really need a waist cut right there. Let's see. His legs are on ball joints. He can go out that far. He can go forward that far. And he can go back that far, so not very far at all. He does have a thigh cut at the top, just a swivel. He can go all the way around. He has a double jointed knee that can bend that far. He does have a boot cut. This thing will spin and spin for days. And he can move his foot down that far down and that far up, and it is on a rocker. All right. I'm going to go ahead and put these back on. Let's see. XR. Yeah. So I do have these crossing over each other. So this is XL. And then the top ones, you know what? Actually put these on the top and have them hang down at the bottom. Then take this. This is SR. And we have that right here. this one in right here. All right. And we've got our Doc Ock back in action. If he'll stand. Stand for me, buddy. There we go. Yeah, I really like his. I like all of his detail, his little facial features. The paint is nice on this too. I don't have any messy paint on here. It's a little light around here, but I don't see anything where it's like, I don't see any ragged lines. They're all pretty sharp. All right. Let's move him back. Let's do some size comparisons. Let's build a figure Warlock. I just completed him today. And Studio Series Megatron. Marvel Legends Shatterstar. Titans Return Voyager Megatron. Combiner Wars Legends Class Shockwave. Studio Series Deluxe Bumblebee. And Walmart exclusive Ultimate Spider-Man and Vulture. I just got those guys too. Dr. Octopus is a neat figure. It's really nice to see that they didn't... It looks like a new mold. I don't see anyone else with the same body type, but it's really, it's kind of refreshing to see that they just didn't crank out another figure with a similar body type. Could you imagine this guy with one of those big, bulky, muscular, like Hyperion or something like that? I don't know. It just wouldn't look right. So I'm glad that Hasbro went through the trouble of making a new mold for this guy. If he's not a new mold, go ahead and let me know in the comments, and well, I'll learn something new. All right, that's it for my review. If you liked this, go ahead and hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe, and hit the notification button so you can see when I put up new videos. I'll have links in my description for Instagram photos and my Facebook page. Go ahead and check those out, and thanks for watching.